Today we're going to be covering the partner portal specifically. Long story short, it's basically a way for your partners to keep track of where their clients that maybe they've sent in or just are a part of the transactions, they can basically keep track of where those clients are in the pipeline. Another thing they could do is submit leads, and there's some other stuff that we'll cover in a second, but that's kind of the main idea. What we're going to do is start with the options, because that's where kind of everything comes together. You can turn things on and off. You can enable certain things, but how to get there, it's under the options. And then you just go down here to the borrower and partner portals. Today we're talking about the partner portal, so we'll look at these options here. There's actually there's a few items. I'm not going to go through them all, but what we'll do is look at a partner portal. What I did was clicked on the partnerships tab and then clicked on any partner in that tab there. You can hit click to visit to jump in their portals to see basically what they're going to see. And this is kind of the summary. What we're looking at is the most recently updated transactions. Anything that has moved forward, they're going to get a new status update or maybe a new message that you've left them, or maybe they've sent in. If they were to click on a specific borrower, basically gives them a summary of where they currently are. And this is all dependent on if you're checking things off in your CRM, like the milestones, or if we have it tied to your loan origination system, like Encompass or Point, whatever the case. Essentially, the idea is to relay this information to them. We can also share some basic info about the client, some of the documents that maybe you've collected. You can forward them over to the partner. Totally optional. It's actually part of the settings. And the tracker here is where you would communicate back and forth about this client with the partner. If they had a question about this borrower, you'll get a notification in your CRM and your BNTouch mobile app. You can respond, and it's just going to have a tracked session here. Looking at some of these other sections, we got all of their messages. So if you were to send a message about a borrower, it's all collected in this one spot. It's like there's a pre-approval calculator that they can also work with and request a pre-approval. One of my favorite things is them being able to submit a new lead, which if we said Chris borrower, they can fill out this info. They could also specify what they're participating as. Maybe they're the buying agent, and just some comments about their situation. If they have this website, of course, or that Mortgage Circles app for Google Play as well as iPhone, they can submit the lead instantly. Lead's going to show up in your mortgages tab because it's tied to your account. You're going to have this borrower in here, and typically it'll say source, portal, and then whoever the referral partner is. Cool thing here is as the lead comes in, we can automatically tag that partner to whatever they specified initially when they sent the lead over. We can get them on certain campaigns automatically. This is all based on our trigger system. And while we're on the subject, you can go to the training. If you haven't yet, attend a training is one of the best sections. Simply because you can learn about how to set up those triggers for the campaigns. So we sent the lead in. If we were to look back at our participated transactions, because we're the partner, we can see Chris borrower here. We're acting as the buying agent, and they're in the lead stage. If we were to go back to Chris, he'll be in the leads. Maybe they filled out an application today, so we want to move them forward in the pipeline and have that data pushed back over to the partner. So in this case, we would maybe change their position in the pipeline. With our trigger system, we can take them off the lead campaign, which is a bonus. And then with the milestones, if we haven't yet, we would want to match these exactly to what your milestones are in your loan origination system. This is just kind of a default layout. A date would be put in here if they submitted the application today. And just automatically, if we go back to Bill's portal, we should see an update. So Chris borrower is now in the application stage. And now they can see, okay, looks like here's the date that they completed that. If we were to move them forward again, even same day, it should reflect that immediately. Kind of cool how it just keeps them up to date without you having to send anything or do whatever there. Of course, we also have the automation to say, hey, they're submitted to processing. hey, they're submitted to underwriting in a email and or text as well. But it is nice for them to kind of come back in here and kind of see all of their transactions at a quick glance. As far as the view goes, you should have that option in the partner portal section. So all of these is items. As far as training goes, your best bet is clicking the name at the top right, and then training and support. My #1 favorite resource is the attend to training, not only because there's a support person on each of these calls at these pre-scheduled times. You can learn the basics or advanced stuff, but they're all pre-recorded too, so you can just watch all of the items. Feel free to get a hold of our team if you have anything specific you need help with. So another note about the portals here. So not only can we send out emails and text messages as people are going through the pipeline, so like maybe a borrower's in underwriting today, we have a message that can go to maybe the referral partner and the buying agent, for instance, automatically, simply based on that borrower having the milestone checked off. Hopefully that makes sense there. We can also send them the portal updates so they can see everything at a wide glance. Another cool thing is the portal reports. So here we have the option to basically schedule these reports to be sent, just kind of like a summary. Basically, this is what the partners would get. It's great for the partners that maybe are not going to log into the portal for whatever reason. This still makes sure that they're getting a quick summary of everything that is going on. So that can be turned in from the options as well. I guess we'll talk a little bit about getting your partners into the portal. So here, probably the best way is by clicking on this invite here. We can automatically send it with our marketing and our triggers, but in just a standard case where you want to send this out, you click on this, I believe this is saying with password. When you go to mortgagecircles.com or try and log into the app, it's going to ask for your Mortgage Pro ID. It basically gives that to them. It generates it as soon as they become a partner in your database. So that's a crucial piece of information. Aside from that, it's just their standard email that we have on file for them, as well as the password that's also automatically generated. To get to that and see what it is, you go to contact info. Rename this one to BNTouch just so it's easy to type in, but it'll probably be a number of letters and numbers and stuff by default, but they'll get that in the email. Couple other things here. We can create an open house form. So like if maybe you had a landing page or something, which this can generate, like you're at an open house and you have an iPad with these fields that you want to collect. So you want their first and last name, cell phone, email. This basically generates a landing page where you can collect just that. And then all that data is going to come in with that borrower as a lead tied to that property. So that's going to be done through this partner portal. Next one would be the property sites. So you can basically build something like this here. It can be co-branded. It's a property site, so it's going to be tied to the actual property. Got a gallery, some other information about the property. Yeah, really to make this, you just copy and paste the info. I use Zillow to make this one. Just copy and pasted the info, uploaded the pictures. You can also have this payment estimator that should do the job here. And then my info is just your personal info. You as the loan officer, BNTouch user, basically this updates their info. This is more of the partner's data. A little more about the app. So here, just Mortgage Circles. You can search it on Google Play or the Apple Store. It's really the same as the web portal for the partners, except it's on a mobile app. So they can keep track of the milestones, reporting as far as lead conversion with the leads that they've sent in, or just the transactions that they're a part of. Gives them all this data. All the options are here too. You can submit a new lead very quickly. They'll have access to all of this data as far as the contacts that they're a part of, all the transactions, what they're participating as, all that stuff. And then your notes. So if you had I don't know, they maybe had a question about a borrower that you're working with, you can talk back and forth with them just right from this communication log.
Thank you for watching this training video. To learn more about the BNTouch CRM, please check out our YouTube channel.